Can he get Kuro? No, Kuro channeling the ult. Can they kill Arbed in time? They can! They'll get him. Kuro will fall as GH sits on his head as he gets tossed upon him. Universe tries for the BKB TP out, but the damage from Matuma Man is too high. So again, Liquid short. Fnatic got a couple of pickoffs, but it's another exchange that's favoring Liquid.
Yeah, and Matu. How did Matu start this game? 0-2, right? 9-2-4 now on this Broodmother. An incredible recovery, top of the net worth after everything that has played forward.
Now the question is, how well can Fnatic hold high ground? Pretty well, right?
Pretty strong. Just depends on if they lose
ieRo. I mean, with the tree throw,
it is
always pretty much cleans up a creep wave.
It's a good amount of pressure on Universe with his Black Holes, though, because you can see as soon as Black Hole's down, Liquid feels an immense amount of power coming through.
I don't know how that stat works. Apparently, Brood is banned against Liquid 188% of the time, which is understandable because Matuma Man's pretty good, but I'm not quite sure if it's mathematically possible. But if there was a team that you're going to find a way to draft Brood, ban Brood against them more times than even possible, Liquid would certainly be the one. But as we saw, they got it through here, and not really to sort of Fnatic's mistakes in the draft. This was an early Brood pick, wasn't it?
It was a third pick.
Third pick Brood, straight up, and it short at the start. Fnatic did have the edge. They were able to get the lanes to sort of make sure that Matuma Man's start the game was slow, but Matuma Man being Matuma Man was always going to have a very strong chance of coming back into the game as he has done here.
It's really just been these Roshans, right? The Roshans is really the big comeback for Liquid. The Fnatic tried to do that neat little relocate play bottom on the first one. It delays their Roshan a bit for Liquid to get there in time. So now Liquid still with this Aegis, playing very confidently, having 4 heroes just perched around the Broodmother as Miracle just farms in the backlines with Haunt available. And this is the, we're getting close to that item timing that we were saying for the Spectre that is absolutely terrifying. If he gets this, I mean, the Manta is going to make everything so much harder for them to deal with. Just that extra damage, just more confusion inside the fights.
What is the plan for Fnatic? It really feels like they have to make this team fight work with the Black Hole and the Jara, which they just haven't really had the chance to do so.
I think a really big important thing for Fnatic is just going to be making sure that they have at least a vision advantage going into these fights somehow versus Spectre. They want to know where people are positioned, and that's why I feel like Pi bought a gem, because like the map control is going to start to get more and more important to make sure they can get these pickoffs whenever Liquid is split up, whenever they're doing this 4-on-4-and-1.
Radiant did scan down bottom, so they know that Miracle's hiding in the trees. Miracle is going to start to play around with Arbed, though. Arbed has got the shadow. As he will be able to keep himself hidden. Miracle popping himself out of there with the Horn. In fact, was the pressure being put on now as Matuma Man walked himself up to the barracks. With that Horn, Miracle was able to pick off Pylai Die.
That was Glyph used, and they took out the tier 3, and they got a kill out of that Haunt. And still having Aegis. Now they can put on some more map pressure. Take out a Shrine, because that tier 3 has been taken. More economy for them, and they've already accrued a 6k advantage. It's quickly climbing, while Fnatic is kind of stuck in their base as Liquid does whatever they want on the map.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
I mean, this is, as we said, at the start of the game, it was like, oh, Liquid looking a bit rocky, but then Liquid was like, hey, hold on, guys. We'll wait until we're sort of 20 minutes down the line, because this is back to being pretty much the Liquid you expect to see. Turning up a TI, doesn't matter how far behind they are at the start, they'll find a way to get back in. And Black Hole will be dropped onto Matuma Man. Can they actually kill him off though? He's still got the BKB, he's trying to retreat. Arbed is going to get caught up by GH jumping in with the Echo Slam onto Arbed. Matuma Man managing to keep himself alive. They're looking to toy around with Arbed, but the homing missile and Tritos will actually get Matuma Man finally killed off. Arbed does get bursted down by the Nether Ward there as he tried to cast a spell.
It's a buyback from Matuma Man. They know the Enigma Black Hole's down. I guess they just want to try to push forward.
GH, Fisher, onto DJ, Miracle, looking to dive in aggressively. He's got that Radiance, has it enough to kill off DJ. DJ keeping the distance, another dagger flies through, and DJ will be popped. Fnatic just getting pulled apart.
Arcane Rune Spectre. Just, a 4-second cooldown on the dagger, so he's pretty much 500 movement speed running at this IO non-stop.
And it feels like this game may be borderline over. Liquid.
That was with the Aegis timed out as he got Black Holed as well. So it was a pretty unfortunate time for Liquid, but either way they were able to sustain, and Yeah, we're just seeing the power.
I mean, this is really Liquid sending a message. It's like, look, we can pick third pick Brood. You can counter us. You can win the lanes. You can get 10k advantage in the first 15 minutes, but then we'll come back and we'll win the game. And they've got the Horn. They're going in. Universe popping the BKB. Pylai getting focused down by Miracle. Pylai gone. Envy having to retreat. Arbit is going to jump in with the combo onto Miracle. Is it enough to bring Miracle down, though? He's got the dagger to get back out of the base. The homing missile still chasing him down. Matuma Man will fall, so he is down for 2 minutes. Miracle does get stunned up on the side. Kuro comes in with a frostbite onto Arbit, but now Kuro himself in trouble as the homing missile's inbound. Fnatic looking to chase down and take another off Liquid.
Relocate top.
They're going straight in.
They're going?
They're going for the push. The Miracle will buy back instantly as soon as he sees that play come in. As his buyback will force them back, but Fnatic certainly showing us that they do still have signs of life, the classic signs of Fnatic life as well. They're now behind. You know, this is where they're ready to play.
Yeah.
So, if anything, this is just setting out to be the game that we could have hoped to start TI with. We're seeing it all. We're seeing Fnatic win lanes. We're seeing them throw games. We're seeing them bring back the games into their favor. Slightly. It's still a lead for Liquid, but it could go that way if we see some other sort of crazy IO plays. I mean, we know that IO in DJ's hands, it's terrible. We've seen it already this game. But when it comes into sort of late game plays, late game calls like that, to go for the split for the rat, Fnatic, they've got it down to a T. And Liquid have to be careful about these plays sort of outmaneuvering them.
And they have to be careful right now. This is their time that they can, I mean, not really lose the game, but lose at least a barracks, because there's no Brood for 40.
Yeah, he's dead for 40 seconds.
Mind control, protecting his nether ward as best as possible. And the daggers begin. So they will get a range Rax, Envy. Trying to continue forward.
Yeah, he's trying to block off the team with the fishing. Universe goes in with a BKB black hole onto
the illusion.
He doesn't get it at all, as he has got to retreat now. Miracle's there, ready to lead in. There's the jump in from GH with the slam. That's going to be Universe on the relocate. DJ saving Envy just in time. But heads up to the high ground, but they know, they see him. They've got the Fisher play from GH. Arbit nearly gets Miracle. Miracle's got to be careful, but he's keeping himself off the side. The toss, the avalanche, the missile. Miracle nearly killing himself. The satire doesn't quite do it, as he has been Glimmer Cave. Miracle will live.
So it's pressure time. And their waves are in an okay spot. Top is pushing a little bit, but they've got mid and they've got bottom already forced in, so they can make their way down bottom.
And we love it. Butterfly into Rapier. The question, are we going to see this game go on to the point where he gets the Rapier? Maybe. With the way that this game's going up and down, sure. At the
this
moment,
Rax is dead.
The Rax, for sure.
And
I mean, it's a long
for a while,
70 seconds. I mean, how long until the black hole's back up? 80 seconds. Now it's looking really rough for Fnatic. Liquid have a large opening here to really clean up the base. Unless Envy can do some crazy plays on the gyro, we'll have, as we say, DJ back with him in 20. And that is a second set of racks cleaned up by Liquid.
And this is a double siege creep wave coming in for Liquid too. Perfect timing for them as they're pushing this. This last one I don't think Fnatic can hold this.
Well, they are going to be able to take GH out straight away. GH, of course, will buy back immediately. Matuma Man with the BKB trying to come in onto the racks, but now he's backing off. The BKB starting to wear off. He's got the move speed of the webs. The slow from the balls not quite enough to hold him back, as they will back off, but at the same time, this is Fnatic pushing Liquid away from Fnatic's final set of racks. So they do keep that last lane alive.
It's important to do that at least. They prolong it, right? We want Envy to get that Rapier.
Can they contest Roche though? As we say, it's another bit of time where they do not have
I think
the
they
black
have
hole.
to.
They don't have the black hole though.
You can't give like Aegis.
They don't have the BKB on Envy.
Yeah,
still down for 30 seconds. He's trying to go in. The Horde's going to be popped immediately. The Frostbite, the Zap, the Life Drain onto Envy. He needs help, and he needs it now, but there can't be any help because DJ gets controlled on the side. He couldn't get in with the save. So that's going to be Envy dead. He buys back straight away. Pylai dies as well. They're going to get back into the game. Arbit with the BKB, and the damage isn't enough for the Spectre to go down. It isn't, as he's going to be fine. Miracle gets himself down to the low ground and out of harm's way as Liquid keep control around the pit. Another attempt to fight round there where they didn't quite have the black hole. They do now have the black hole back up, and in fact, Roshan still at about half health.
Universe has to heal though. He's back at base right now.
He's got that black hole. If he can get there.
If he can get in there. DJ's dead for 50
He's
though.
TPing over. Did walk back to base, so he still had the TP available. Liquid know though. They're up on the high ground. They know that the black hole is back up.
They're playing impatient. They're letting they're letting Miracle run around, pick up items. He's got the heart now finished, so there comes the regen.
The Dagon being scaled up as well.
Yeah. They're playing it patient. They know that Fnatic's the ones really under the gun here to make sure that that Liquid doesn't get the rush. While Liquid, they know they're so comfortable in this game now. Let the action come to them. They have to, I mean, they've got Haunt in 50 seconds. If they really want it, they can wait that whole time while Miracle just walks around farming the map. Because Fnatic, they don't take a rush fast enough, even if it's low. And their base also continuing to get pressured. Those two waves, those two side lane, or the mid lane as well as the side lane bottom, pushing in, keeping it going. How long on Haunt? 28 seconds.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Envy, now that Rapier has become a pipe dream after having to buy back. So the smoke comes out. They're going to try to take advantage of Spectre Haunt being down for a few seconds,
Envy
but
doesn't have flak for 25 seconds.
yeah.
So he's fighting without flak here.
And Miracle just starts running in. He knows Haunt's coming back up. He's got a heart. Like, he's got no fear walking into all this right now.
And the base, they're losing tier 4s here. The creeps.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, there's a ping going to come out from Pylite Eye.
And now Liquid's ready to go in the pit. They've got Haunt ready, and look at where look where Miracle's positioned himself, just completely in the front line still.
Like, for you, how do you find the black hole? It's going to be so hard. They are fairly grouped up though now. Does he get himself as he doesn't? They'll get it. They'll jump in now.
Jump forward.
Does manage to get the 2-man black hole there, and with that control, they'll be able to burst down Miracle. Miracle does not have buyback. He has. It's still on cooldown for a minute and 40 seconds. So short Liquid. They got the Roshan. Matuma Man was able to get the Aegis Cheese and Refresher, but they're actually. Oh, GH gets the slam. He's able to kill one, but he's going to lose his life for that. I mean, now they're 2 heroes dead. 100 seconds. They may have got the Roche, but Liquid, they're 2 people down for 100. They do not have buyback.
They're going to go run to the base,
Fnatic
though.
could just go.
Yeah, they're going to run to the base, though, here. The tier 4 is down to 147
So Mind Control's
HP.
going to try for the split.
Yeah, Mind Control's going to try to split it off here. But Matumba has Boots of Travels as well. But this is very concerning here. Envy, he's just running in.
He is.
Uh-oh.
They're just going for the tier 4s. Matuma Man looking towards
Abed?
Abed. Abed actually taking a lot of... Abed's dead.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Envy is in trouble as well. He's been Degrepify life drain. He'll turn towards Matuma Man. DJ getting focused down by the Spider. They've got the Degrepify, the burst damage, and okay.
All right.
This is
well, Matumba Man's still pretty scary even on his own, throwing just a couple spells from the back.
Alright,
his teammates,
so I get another next level play from Liquid. Like, we'll let GH die. We'll let Miracle die for 100 seconds. They're going to go straight for the tier 4s, and then we're just going to send a Spider at them. And it's all going to be okay. And it actually looks like it should be. I mean, Universe, where's the black hole back up? Not for some time. I know he has
80 seconds.
He has, of course. No, he's not quite got the Octarine. He didn't quite finish it off, so he hasn't got that reduced cooldown. And Envy's got no buyback. There's still no Spectres. Miracle's down for 35 seconds, but that is going to still leave that 50-second window where they are without a gyrocopter.
It's pretty absurd how hard Broodmother hits at level 25.
Yeah.
That talent. 200% lifesteal, 200 bonus damage.
You're not killing him. If you can't kite him or keep him off you, any right click you get, bam, he is gone.
Like, look at this. Watch how fast he turns. Like, Abed hasn't built any armor items this game, so he is a bit low on the armor. So versus that AC, look how quick he chunks him down. Look at the damage on this Spider. Just quickly runs right through them.
I've just noticed we got a new stat as well. You see that, Fogged? We've got APM. We're StarCraft now, boys.
I didn't even see that.
Look at that. APM of Universe, only 150. Oh, there we go. GH is APM, 253. Who's got the best APM?
Wait, where do you see that? Am I blind?
No, just above the talents.
Oh, I do see it. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
we've got an APM counter, boys. Who's got the best APM? Is it? Oh, only 148 on the Brood. That's pretty low. Oh, Matumba.
247 on Abed.
Wait, how has he got so much more APM than a Brood?
It's clicking. He's just clicking a lot more. Some people just click a lot.
Ah, I see.
If you click between movements, that all counts. Every little action, right?
Are you
if you click stop
spam. Are you saying that's the... I like that.
I like those.
I like more numbers.
I always like APM. APM's always... Oh, Kuro.
Oh, only 87. Someone get that man an auto clicker. Needs to click a bit faster.
Another Arcane Rune for Miracle this time around. So that 4-second dagger cooldown. And he's also got the Refresher Shard now, too.
Yeah.
Very
but
scary.
they didn't get the racks. They didn't get the racks.
They didn't get the racks. But they have a 20k gold advantage.
Kuro with that heart, beautiful.
Oh, Kuro. That was Kuro's heart.
That's Kuro's heart, my friend.
I did see it on the courier, but I didn't think it was his.
I mean, yeah, with a freezing field, if he sits there and lets it go, it's going to be hard to stop him from letting it go. And there's a refresher shot still on GH. Ooh, that's a 92.
Oh, they gave it to GH. Okay, I thought they were just going to keep it on Miracle.
It's a 92% win rate. Sorry, win probability for Liquid. I feel like I would actually give Fnatic more than the 8% because it's Fnatic. You know what I mean? They do crazy stuff.
The scary
so
thing
they're
is
very far behind in this game.
They're so reliant on Universe getting like a 2 or 3 or more
But it's
hero
not
black
impossible.
hole. But it's they have buybacks, they have Aegis, they have Cheese now at this point coming back up, right?
Oh, this could be the downfall though. I see Envy. He's
Did he switch it?
He switched the rapier out. It's quick by common Envy. You know you need the rapier. I mean, sure.
He might be getting to the
is
point.
very good against the spiders.
And against the Mega Creeps once they're inevitably probably going to get against Megas,
guess,
right?
yeah. And of course, yeah, with the Ag's tether bonus from the IO. But it's not a rapier, come on.
It's not a rapier. We wanted it.
It's alright, as I said, this game's going to be either 20 minutes or 200 minutes. We're going to get to the point where he has a rapier, I'm sure. I mean, there's been lots of times where it felt like this game was going to be over and it just hasn't been.
This is one of those, like, the third Roche is usually one of those big ones, though, right?
You
It's
got
like
the double slam.
You get the double slam, you get the Aegis Cheese, and you get most people are starting to hit the level 25s, getting their buybacks. So you look at Miracle, he's been farming a bit, not for an item. It looks like he's just farming for buyback.
I mean, it's
so he can buy back Haunt if he just runs in.
I was going to say, I think it's just sort of you were saying, sure, GH is the flashy player, but is there not sort of an argument that the refresher shot's even nicer on the Spectre? Like,
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I think usually it's just better on the Spectre, but having more disables is never a bad thing. Like Earthshaker is one of the better carriers of it as well. Even as double fissure, in a lot of situations, can be game changing. If you just hit like a 3-man fissure into a second 3-man fissure. Most people are starting to hit the level 25s, getting their buybacks. So you look at Miracle, he's been farming a bit, not for an item. It looks like he's just farming for buyback.
I mean, it's
so he can buy back Haunt if he just runs in.
I was going to say, I think it's just sort of you were saying, sure, GH is the flashy player, but is there not sort of an argument that the refresher shot's even nicer on the Spectre? Like,
That's what I was saying. I think usually it's just better on the Spectre, but having more disables is never. Radiant Courier dies. They have the pop glyph.
They do. They have got the black hole available. Can Universe find an option to get in? The Rack's pretty much dead here. As Miracle, he'll look to go forward. They do have the tree toss onto Miracle. He's going to get stunned up as well. Universe going in with the BKB. Takes a bit of damage there from the Blade Mail of Miracle, but it's not enough to kill him off. Universe actually taking out for the Radiance Therma. Tumberman moves in. Buyback straight away from Universe. Arbed's going to fall as well, though, and he does not have buyback. The buyback play from Miracle to get straight back into the fight as Fnatic are getting forced all the way back to the fountain. The 4 buybacks coming out from Fnatic. Can they hold, though? They're without the black hole. I know that there's no more Haunt available for Miracle, but
it's Megas.
they're still so strong here, Liquid, as they head straight away with the Fisher onto Pilot Eye. GH with the double slam, getting them all. Universe will come in with the black hole onto 3, but it's not enough. Fnatic hit the deck. GG is called, and Liquid at 50 minutes and 30 seconds will take the first game here on this stream at the International 2018 group stages.
What a swing. What a turnaround.
What an up and down game. It's pretty much as we hope. We hope to see some excitement from these two teams. We saw some different picks, some variety and sort of play. Some sort of surprises, some sort of exciting stuff. You know, the fact that Liquid did sort of suffer as much as they did at the start, and we saw Fnatic play as well as they did in the lanes. But then it just all fell apart. Sort of, it felt like Liquid's sort of play around the Roche was each and every time just that little bit smarter. Fnatic couldn't quite find that perfect opportunity to make a big play with Universe's black holes. All the fights were sort of just split up perfectly by Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think that one Roche thing where they tried to be cool where they did the relocate bottom and whatnot to kind of distract them, but I feel like it actually may have hurt them because the Roche got very low and then Liquid came in, and that was where the whole comeback just started happening for Liquid. So, yeah, Fnatic just maybe splitting their resources a bit too much at that point, but their beginning looked incredible. They had that 9k advantage. Abed was crushing it, moving it from lane to lane, and I liked how they initially set up. It looked like they had a great game plan coming into it, and then things just started to kind of fall apart, and Liquid did Liquid things.
So in terms of going into the game 2, how are we going to see teams change things up? Are we going to see the gyro again?
I don't know.
I feel like we felt we did
so.
sort of feel some of the weaknesses of the gyro. Specifically, sort of the flat cannon nerfs. A lot of the times where it didn't have as many hits obviously as before, and the cooldown was just a little too punishing for Envy to maybe sort of have that ability to sort of duck and dive in and out of the fights to the same extent as heroes like the Spectre did.
Yeah.
Miracle, once he had the Heart and Radiance, he could go in, back out. He had that regen, and still he was sort of at his full potential, only needing to use the Haunt to really clean up kills rather than to initiate.
It just seems like he's so reliant on having, like, in this game, he has an IO backing him up to make him tankier too, and he still feels incredibly squishy, and he's so reliant on BKB. He went BKB Satanic first 2 items, and he still was just getting chunked down. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the gyro will change. Maybe we'll see a different prioritization of heroes, but I did like, I mean, the Tiny felt really good. Abed played really well on that one. Same thing with the IO. DJ ended at 0 and 8, but I thought his overall impact was pretty good either way.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like we will have a short break, I guess. It depends how... Well, we'll see how quickly we're going to get into the second game, because we might be able to get into the second game straight away. The lobby doesn't look like it is quite up